Football has always thrived on great rivalries, fueling passion and drama that captivate fans across generations. From the earliest days of the sport, legendary duels have shaped its history and inspired millions. But in the modern era, no rivalry has captured the world's imagination quite like that of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Their names have become synonymous with greatness, their careers intertwined in a relentless pursuit of excellence. Their story is etched into the biggest stages of the sport, beginning on a tense night in Spain, where the world watched with bated breath as history was about to be written. April 23, 2008, UEFA Champions League semi-final, first leg. The air was thick with anticipation as two footballing giants prepared to face off in a match that would echo through the ages. The world watched as two young superstars, each carrying the hopes of their clubs and nations, prepared to collide on one of football's grandest stages. Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United's explosive winger, was known for his blistering pace, aerial dominance, and relentless drive. Across the pitch stood Lionel Messi, Barcelona's magical dribbler whose low center of gravity and dazzling footwork left defenders spellbound. This was more than a match, it was a clash of styles, philosophies, and footballing empires. The tension was palpable, every player aware that this encounter could define their legacy. For the first time, Messi and Ronaldo met in the Champions League, igniting a rivalry that would define an era and set new standards for individual brilliance. Ronaldo, the Premier League's top scorer, was a physical force with a thunderous shot and a hunger for goals that seemed insatiable. His athleticism and determination made him a nightmare for defenders. Messi, the heir to Maradona, dazzled with artistry and control. His vision, balance, and creativity allowed him to unlock defenses in ways few had ever seen, making him a true magician on the pitch. The anticipation was electric. Would Ronaldo's power or Messi's magic prevail? Fans, from every corner of the globe, held their breath, knowing they were witnessing the dawn of something extraordinary. Manchester United's counterattacking might face Barcelona's patient, possession-based play. It was a tactical chess match with every move scrutinized by millions. The world's media focused on this duel, eager to see which star would shine brightest and who would take the first step in this epic rivalry. The stage was set for a legendary showdown, with the eyes of the footballing world fixed on two young men destined to change the game. This was the beginning of a rivalry that would change football forever, inspiring a generation, and redefining what it means to be the best. The first leg unfolded at Camp Nou, Barcelona's fortress and a symbol of Catalan pride. Nearly 100,000 fans created an electric atmosphere, willing Messi and Barcelona forward. Frank Rijkaard, Barcelona's calm, attack-minded manager, trusted his players' creativity. Across from him, Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United's legendary motivator, built his team on discipline and counter-attacks. The contrast between managers mirrored the clash on the pitch: artistry versus pragmatism. Manchester United, the Red Devils, entered Barcelona's grand arena, hoping to silence the crowd and seize control. The tactical battle between these two great minds was about to begin. Both teams were stacked with world-class talent. Barcelona's lineup featured Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Henry, Eto'o, and Captain Puyol, masters of possession and creativity. Manchester United countered with Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, Scholes, Giggs, and a rock-solid defense led by Ferdinand and Vidic. Van der Sar's calm and goal anchored United, while Valdés did the same for Barcelona. Barcelona's midfield, orchestrated by Xavi and Iniesta, aimed to control the game. United's attack blended speed, power, and relentless pressing. Both squads were built for glory, each with its own philosophy. This was more than a match, it was a collision of footballing ideals. The world watched as these titans prepared for battle. Every position was a duel, every moment a test of greatness. The stage was set for a contest that would echo through football history. Only one team could advance. The match exploded into drama within minutes, as the electric atmosphere inside the stadium set the stage for a night that would be remembered for years to come. Manchester United earned a penalty after Milito's handball, an early chance to seize control, and a golden opportunity to strike first against their fierce rivals. Ronaldo stepped up, the weight of expectation on his shoulders, every eye in the stadium fixed on him. The pressure was immense, with fans holding their breath in anticipation. He fired high and wide, missing the target and silencing United's hopes for an early lead. The ball soared over the bar, and a collective gasp echoed around the ground. The Camp Nou crowd erupted in relief, their passion reignited. Barcelona fans celebrated as if they'd scored themselves, sensing a shift in momentum. For Barcelona, it was a massive let-off. For United, a psychological blow that would linger. The missed chance changed the mood on the pitch instantly. Ronaldo's miss lingered, affecting his confidence and United's approach. The disappointment was visible on his face, and his teammates tried to rally around him. Barcelona, jolted awake, tightened their defense and pressed forward, determined not to let United get another easy chance. United regrouped, sticking to their disciplined game plan, but the missed penalty weighed heavily on their minds as they tried to regain momentum. The missed penalty set the tone for a tense, tactical battle, with both teams wary of making another costly mistake. Both teams knew that one moment could decide everything. Every pass, every tackle, every decision was magnified under the spotlight. The tension was palpable, every touch magnified by the stakes. The crowd watched in suspense, aware that the smallest error could be decisive. That early miss would haunt United for the rest of the night. A shadow over every attack and every hopeful run forward. The match remained on a knife's edge, with neither side able to break the deadlock as the minutes ticked by. The rivalry's first chapter was already unforgettable, marked by drama, missed chances, and the sense that anything could still happen. After the missed penalty, the match became a chess game. United defended deep, forming two disciplined banks of four, denying Barcelona space. Barcelona dominated possession, but United's defense, anchored by Ferdinand and Vidic, was impenetrable. Messi and Xavi probed for openings, but were swarmed by red shirts. United's counterattacks kept Barcelona wary, but chances were scarce. The match was tense, tactical, and defined by defensive brilliance. Neither side would yield an inch. The second half brought more of the same. Barcelona with the ball, United with the discipline. Rijkaard introduced Henry, but United's defense held firm. United seemed content with a draw, focusing on defensive shape. Barcelona pressed for a late winner, but couldn't break through. The final whistle confirmed a 0-0 draw. Advantage United. United's players celebrated a job well done. Barcelona left frustrated. The first Messi-Ronaldo battle ended in stalemate. The stage was set for a dramatic second leg at Old Trafford. 6 days after the tense first leg, the footballing world turned its eyes to Old Trafford for the decisive second leg of this epic European clash. The stakes could not have been higher, and anticipation filled the air as fans poured into the iconic stadium, their hopes and nerves palpable. The atmosphere was electric. United needed a win to progress, while Barcelona, hungry for glory, needed just a single goal to turn the tie in their favor. Every seat was filled, every chant echoed with belief and anxiety. The match began with familiar patterns. Barcelona, masters of possession, dictated the tempo, weaving intricate passes and probing for an opening. United, disciplined and patient, waited for their moment to strike, absorbing pressure and looking for a chance to counter. In the 14th minute, the breakthrough arrived. Paul Scholes, known for his vision and powerful shooting, seized his moment with trademark confidence. A loose ball fell to him 30 yards out. Without hesitation, he unleashed a thunderous shot that soared past the outstretched arms of the goalkeeper and crashed into the top corner. It was a goal worthy of the occasion, a strike that sent shockwaves through the stadium. Old Trafford erupted in a frenzy of noise and color. United now led 1-0 on aggregate, and belief surged through the stands. Barcelona, stunned by the early setback, pushed forward desperately, determined to claw their way back into the tie. Lionel Messi, still a rising star, tried to conjure his trademark magic, weaving through defenders and searching for a breakthrough, but United's defense was relentless and organized. For 75 grueling minutes, United defended with everything they had. Tackles flew in, blocks were made, and every player gave their all to protect the slender lead. Barcelona's attacks were repelled time and again, with the United goalkeeper and backline standing tall under immense pressure. The final whistle brought scenes of jubilation and relief. United had triumphed 1-0 and were heading to the Champions League final in Moscow. There, Cristiano Ronaldo would go on to lift his first Champions League trophy after a dramatic victory over Chelsea, cementing his place among football's elite. The rivalry's first European chapter ended with United triumphant, their resilience and brilliance on full display. But for Messi and Ronaldo, this was just the beginning of a legendary saga that would define an era of football. Their battle had captured the world's imagination, setting the stage for countless unforgettable moments still to come. The 2008 semifinal showcased the fundamental contrast between Messi and Ronaldo. Messi, the artist, subtle, intuitive, a magician with the ball at his feet. He glides past defenders, creates moments of pure magic, and scores with finesse. Ronaldo, the athlete, explosive, powerful, relentless in pursuit of greatness. He dominates with pace, strength, and an unyielding drive to score from anywhere. Their rivalry was more than goals, it was a debate about footballing greatness itself. Messi's genius feels innate, effortless, almost supernatural. Ronaldo's brilliance is forged through discipline, training, and sheer willpower. The artist versus the machine, two paths to the top. Their contrasting styles made every encounter a spectacle. This clash of philosophies would define football for over a decade. Fans were left to choose, artistry or power. The 2008 semi-final was just the beginning. Ronaldo's move to Real Madrid brought the rivalry to Spain, fueling El Clásico showdowns with Messi's Barcelona. For 9 seasons their battles became the sport's defining narrative. They pushed each other to new heights, trading records and Ballon d'Ors. Their competition drove them to evolve, never settling for second best. Mutual respect grew, even as the world debated who was greater. They became global icons, transcending their clubs and countries. The rivalry gave fans a decade of unforgettable moments. Their first Champions League clash lit the spark for a legendary era. Football history will forever remember Messi and Ronaldo, not just as individuals, but as the greatest rivalry the game has ever seen.